What is up, Critics? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles that I never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. Again, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So, in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Ubermacht Sentinel XS. Now, the Sentinel is an OG car that's been in the game since day one, and there are two versions of it in GTA 5. So we have the regular Sentinel, which is a hardtop convertible. Very cool the way it opens, kind of like the Carbon is there. And then we have the Sentinel XS, which is the coupe fixed roof version that has better performance and a couple extra visual upgrades. And then of course we can't forget about the Sentinel Classic, which released about 4 years ago with the Doomsday Heist update. Very cool car as well. Now, in terms of the history of the Sentinel name in GTA, there were many different variants of it in GTA Advance, Vice City, GTA 3, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, and GTA 4 as well. So this was a pretty important car in GTA's history. But anyways, the Sentinel XS can be purchased on the Southern San Andreas website for $60,000, and the regular Sentinel, which is the hardtop convertible version, can be purchased for $95,000, or of course you can find either one of them on the street and steal it for free. Now, in terms of performance, they are both in the Coupes class, and the Sentinel XS is a bit quicker than the regular Sentinel, both in terms of top speed and acceleration as well. However, they are both still pretty slow, a lot slower in the Zion, which is currently the king of the Coupes class. However, this will most likely change when the Previon releases on Thursday the 9th, which is in the Coupes class as well. But again, going back to the Sentinel, I think it's a very good looking car, and it is definitely something you own more for the styling and not really for the speed, because it really isn't very fast at all. You can kind of consider it slow, even fully upgraded. But anyways, the Sentinel XS is primarily based on the BMW E92, specifically the M3 due to the extra cooling vents and the STD badging, which is GTA's kind of parody version of M Performance. Overall, I think it's a really good looking car, but again, it's a bit of a letdown in terms of performance. I really wish it would have been kind of the same performance as the Zion. I think that would have been really cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Sentinel XS.
What were you looking for?
Alright, Sentinel XS in the Coupes class.
What do you
We got armor, brakes, bumpers. Okay, so you got exposed intercooler. Very simple there. The Sentinel Tuning Division with the interesting acronym, Rockstar's humor there. Alright, then you got the same thing but with an additional front splitter. Okay. And then you got the tow hook, you got reinforcement brackets. It says with canards. I mean, technically those are winglets on the edge of the splitter, not really canards. But very cool. I got the reinforcement brackets too. Kind of different. I mean, the main build I'm going to be going for this car, by the way, guys, is the M3 GTS. I mean, it's a really good looking, kind of like track focused BMW M3. I think it's going to come out really nice. That's what we're going to be doing. So I think I am going to do the extra splitter. I think it looks pretty cool. Might as well. And the regular Sentinel does not have this option. It only goes up to option 2. So might as well. Rear bumpers, you got carbon rear diffuser, and then the diffuser and tow hook. So the regular Sentinel only has the second option, which is the carbon rear diffuser. Does not have the tow hook option. I kind of like the without the tow hook at the back. I feel like, I mean, we already have one at the front. At the back, it just looks a little weird in the center. So we'll do the regular carbon diffuser. I think that looks pretty good. Engine, exhaust. So you got the stock exhaust. And you got a nice dual exit, like a nice quad setup. You got titanium, and you have big bore. So I think we're gonna do the dual exhaust, and this exhaust section is the same as the Sentinel, by the way, the regular one.
Just don't run that thing in here.
Hood, carbon, that's the only option there. Same thing on a Sentinel as well. I kind of like it without the carbon hood. So we're gonna keep going here. Lights, some xenons. Alright, license plate. So if it wasn't obvious by my plate already what build we were doing, I'm sure some of you caught on to that. But we'll do a black background, might as well. Respray, so we're gonna do kind of like a similar orange to the M3 GTS, but we do have to keep in mind that our secondary color, which I'll show now, let me just apply we'll do metallic, I guess. Go to the orange here, we'll do a regular orange, and then if we go back to the secondary color, you'll see here that it's the front splitter, the extra front splitter we applied, which is very strange. You'd think that the front splitter upgrade would be carbon, but it's secondary color for some reason. And it's also the mirrors, the roof, and the stock side skirts. Really weird the way they did that. Yeah. And unfortunately, spoiler alert, there's no carbon roof option for this, so... And then with the front splitter and the same orange color, it's gonna look way too weird. So we're kind of forced to do like a black, at least in my opinion. So we're gonna do a regular black. Should we do a crew black so it looks a little bit darker? Yeah, we'll do a crew black. And then let's go back to the primary really quick. We're gonna go to pearlescent, and I'm gonna give it a silver pearlescent. And what that's going to do is it's going to brighten up our orange a little bit, give it a nice little pearl effect. But then it's also going to make our black look kind of like carbon in the sun, as you can see. Kind of got that weird texture look. That's probably the closest, best we can do with this car. So, continuing here, Criblum goes on the hood, for those of you that are interested. A roll cage and chassis upgrade, so this is not available on this regular Sentinel, of course, because it is a convertible, so I guess that makes sense. You can see the roll cage with the sports seats, which I love the sports seats, but why are they forced in red, honestly? And then you got orange stitching on the red, so the primary stitching transfers to the interior. You can see on the stock seats and the sports seats, and it just, red and orange just does not go well together. It just looks wrong. So I like the roll cage and stuff. The real M3 GTS has a roll cage, but with the red sports seats, it just ruins it for me. Maybe if you painted the car white or black or gray, something that goes well with red seats, but the orange definitely doesn't. So we're gonna have to skip that, unfortunately. Side skirts, you got carbon side skirts. You can see them there. I'm trying to get a better view. You can see that they're carbon, and so yeah, there you go. There's a good angle. Carbon side skirt, but no carbon front splitter. I don't understand what Rockstar was thinking. I mean, 2013 OG vehicles, they did do a lot of weird stuff, but this to me, that makes no sense. They should have made that front splitter option, the upgradable one, carbon, to match that. Just makes no sense to me, but we try our best with what we have, so we're gonna apply that there. Lip spoiler, that's a very nice upgrade. Love that, very simple. You got mid-level spoiler, you got high-level spoiler, and then you got the carbon wing, which will probably be the closest we can get to the M3 GTS spoiler. So we're gonna apply that. Next up, suspension. Definitely gotta lower this thing. It barely goes down that much, you can see there, but every little bit helps. Transmission, turbo. Alright, wheels. So I mean, I've gone through every single wheel, including street, track, all the new wheels, and the closest we can get is between the Deep Flake Reverse, which has too many spokes, and the Cheetahs, the Cheetah RR wheels, these right here. So those are the two closest ones, and I feel that the Cheetah RRs are a little bit closer, have a few less spokes. And the design is pretty close, so we're gonna do that in black. Looks so good, look at that. Very nice. Windows, should we tint them? I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll do a light smoke on there. And that's all the options, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and take it for a drive. Now the Sentinel XS that we have here is a bit faster than the regular Sentinel. Well, actually quite a bit faster, actually. Alright, let's rev it up a bit. Sounds pretty good. Revs up pretty quick too. First person. Not bad. And you got the orange contrast stitching on the steering wheel, on the stock seats. Not too bad. Alright, let's floor it here. Not bad. I mean, it's not really Not really impressing me yet in terms of acceleration. It's not terrible. It's still, it's alright. It's going, it's going. And the Zion is in the same class and is a lot faster and handles better. So, I mean, this essentially is, in terms of performance, it's a worse version of the Zion. Basically what it is. Yeah, the acceleration leaves a bit to be desired. Alright. Little understeer there. Yeah, I mean, it's not anything to, you know, to get excited about, or it's just slow. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's not really a fast car per se. I think it's a good-looking car, definitely, but it's not quick. A few more corners. I think you can mid-drive decently well. Let's try that. Oh, speaking of a regular Sentinel, there you go. There's the regular one with the hard top down. Nice. Alright, let's do a handbrake launch here. Mid-drive. Yeah, did it. Even with all that, it's still not that fast. Alright, let's pull over here. Let's see if everything opens. I mean, it should. Vehicles. Doors. Doors. There we go. Okay. Engine model there. Regular interior from like a normal sedan, although the contrast stitching is nice. The trunk actually opens, that's quite surprising. With awful texture quality. But again, you know, 2013 OG cars, that's kind of what you expect for most of these cars, although sometimes some of the upgrades do surprise us. And, I mean, the upgrades, it does have a good quantity of upgrades, this car. Especially the lip spoiler upgrade and all that, I think those are great options, but why'd they have to ruin it with the front splitter that's forced on secondary color? That's my only kind of gripe with this car. And maybe one or two hood options would have been nice. And carbon roof option as well. Other than that, you know, little things, I think it's still a pretty good car, especially since you can get it off the street for free. You know, store it, customize it. And since this car is so slow already, and it's not at all competitive in the Coupes class, you might as well just upgrade it with visual modifications if you decide to buy it, and then leave the performance modifications the way they are, because realistically you're not really going to be driving this. You're probably just going to have it in the garage for its looks. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember to let me know down below in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.